All right, you know what time it is. It's time for another bad pro-life argument. And this argument I actually know pretty well because I hate to admit it, but I used to believe this. I used to teach this bad pro-life argument when I was teaching people pro-life apologetics. And so again, when I'm making these videos on bad pro-life arguments, I'm certainly not saying that everyone who believes them is evil or stupid or anything like that. What I'm saying is that we need to tweak our arguments so that they are most consistent and in the best way defend preborn life. Now, what's the bad argument that I used to believe and that many pro-lifers believe today? Well, many pro-lifers believe that you should not ever bring up God when you're talking with someone about abortion. You should never bring up your faith. You should never even let them know that you are a Christian. And the rationale behind this is because they say, well, if you're talking with someone who's an atheist or who doesn't believe in your religion, if you bring up religion, they're just going to dismiss you right off the bat and say, okay, this person just believes in abortion because their God says that it's wrong. I don't need to listen to any of the arguments that they put forward. Now, there is an element of truth to this argument, as there is in any bad pro-life argument, in that you don't want to just throw out good logical reasoning and scientific evidence when you're defending the preborn. We know that science and all facts about it show that the preborn are human beings, that they are living, that they are distinct from their parents, that they are whole, that from the moment of fertilization there is a new human being present. The scientific facts and evidence behind this are irrefutable at this point. We also know that there are good, logical, valid, philosophical arguments that we can show why abortion is wrong. We can say, well, if it's always wrong to kill humans and the preborn are human, according to good logic, then it should always be wrong to kill preborn children through abortion. Okay, so I'm not saying that we throw all of that out right away. I'm also not saying that right away you start a conversation with someone who's pro-abortion by saying, God says that abortion is wrong, so therefore you should too. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is that we run into a very dangerous scenario if we decide to completely leave God out of the conversation on abortion. And the main reason that this is true is because without God, without a belief in God, you lose any standard, any foundation to not only say that abortion is wrong, but to say that any kind of murder is wrong. Why is that the case? Well, if you leave out God and just say it's wrong to kill humans, someone who doesn't believe in God might be able to say, why? Why is it wrong to kill innocent humans? And if you just say, well, because we all know, they can say, well, actually there are some cultures, including our own, where most people believe that abortion is okay, so it doesn't really seem like we all know. And you might say, well, yeah, but we all know that humans should be protected and valued. We all feel that inside. And the atheist might say, well, I don't feel like that inside. There's lots of people who don't feel like that inside because obviously they're going through with abortions. And so if you take God out of the equation, what you do is you make yourself vulnerable to having your whole ethical system based on your feelings and what you think best or what society thinks is best, which can very obviously be wrong. Otherwise, abortion wouldn't be legal right now. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, hold on a second. I know atheists that don't believe in God, that are pro-life, that are certainly against murder. What's going on there? And yeah, I'm not saying that every atheist is evil murderer. Like that's not even close to what I'm saying. I know many atheists that are against abortion. I know many atheists who are really nice, friendly, good people, just like I know lots of Christians that are jerks. So I'm not saying that atheists are bad, they have no morality. I'm saying that without God, who has imposed an order, a structure, a natural law on our world that we find ourselves in, on his creation, on the universe, and has written that law into every human heart, without that, there is no objective standard to say that abortion is wrong. There's no objective standard to say that anything is wrong, that any kind of murder is wrong without God. And so Christians should be very careful about just throwing their faith out when they're talking with people about abortion. And with atheists who believe that abortion is wrong, I'm so happy that they do. Like, really, that's amazing. But they've achieved the right answer through the wrong reasons. Because their reasons might be, I feel like it's wrong to kill innocent children. Or I think that abortion is wrong because I think it's not good for society to kill children. And while those are true thoughts and true feelings, we shouldn't base an ethical system on the feelings or the thoughts of others. We should base it on some kind of objective morality, which by its very nature presupposes that there is a God that has written that law. And so I like to put it this way. Dr. Monica Miller, who's a friend of mine, and she's an amazing pro-life activist, she says this so well. When someone asks her, are you against abortion because of science or because of your Catholic religion? She says this. She says, well, I'm against it for both reasons. Because science tells me when human life begins, but my religion tells me how I treat human life. And you need both of them. You need God to tell you that it's wrong to kill innocent humans, and you need science to tell you what a human being is. So, as you go forward in your pro-life apologetics, don't be ashamed of saying that you're a Christian. Don't be ashamed of saying, I believe in a higher objective standard law that says it is wrong to kill children. And then challenge people, especially if they're atheists or they don't believe in your faith. Challenge them and say, by what standard do you say that it's wrong to kill innocent humans? Because if you keep pressing them on this, they will have no objective standard. It will all be subjective coming from themselves. And so we need to be able to convince people of the objective natural law that says it's wrong to kill innocent humans. And we also need to involve good logic, good philosophy, good science to back up our claims that the preborn are human from the moment of fertilization.